rundown. It is June 2nd, brought to you by Lucky One. New meaning: when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. The Miss Peaches lemonade doing great. It tastes great. Um, Everyone seems to love it, so that's good. And the best part, we partner with Lifeline Animal Project, which is where I got Peaches and Pete from. And Best Friends Animal Society is a partner beneficiary, so portion of proceeds goes back to that. Try some Lucky One lemonade this summer to help donate to the rescue dogs in need. You can follow Miss Peaches or Lucky One Lemonade for all the stuff. Okay, we'll start NBA. I didn't send you guys the stuff, but I assume you have it all. NBA final set. Oklahoma, Indiana, Knicks gone. I mean,
Is that a question?
I'm phrasing the question.
Are you mid question right now?
I'm phrasing it. I'm flying off to see my pants. Halliburton was just an all-time troll video. Like just an all-time troll video after the game. And Knicks fans making fun of him. I saw KFC being like, oh, wearing all black is so lame. Not when you put the lights out on the team, it ain't.
Well, yeah, listen, when you win, you get to do whatever you want. But the black funeral thing is played out.
Well,
like when the Knicks did that, everyone clowned it. So,
I mean, he did kill you guys. And the video after was pretty cool.
Yeah, but all of this is so like, everybody does this with the Knicks. It's like you all talk shit about it, but you love beating them. It's like the biggest deal in the world to you guys when you beat them.
No, that's not true.
Like you're making videos at home.
Kevin, I haven't thought about the Knicks more than 3 times in 20 years. Like if they're serious,
videos at home.
Absolutely,
it's about the Knicks.
I can promise you this. I can promise you this, Kevin. If any team that the Celtics played through riots after they win a game and go bananas, I would be like, I want that team to lose.
Yeah, everyone's obsessed with the Knicks.
Well, I don't think it's that, but that's not really
It is. If you're at home making shirts about the team you just lost to, making videos
that's not obsession. The Knicks bring it on themselves.
No, that's just because, listen, we're excited. We're a very happy fan base. We're finally back in the mix, and you guys don't like it.
I actually think it's great you're in the mix.
Yeah, it is, and I think it's I don't get why.
But I don't. You can't be like people are obsessed with the Knicks. You guys are. You go absolutely nuts when you win a regular season game.
We're an awesome fan base.
But you can't be like, why in the world are fans obsessed with the Knicks? Like you bring it on yourself.
Yeah, but I understand that. But the idea,
and then you lose, and you're like, why are they obsessed with us? It's like, well,
no. I'm not saying that. But everyone will then turn around and be like, the Knicks are irrelevant. The Knicks haven't won. It's like you're making shirts, you're making videos.
Well, let's be honest. Winning 2 playoff rounds isn't like, and getting blown out isn't much.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that like if the perception really is that the Knicks, like everyone's always like, why is it the Mecca? Why do people care? They haven't won in so long. But you're obsessed with chirping at the celebrities. You're obsessed with winning. If Tyrese Halliburton beats the Pistons, he's not making the video. He's not
it does not matter what. It does not matter what city it is. If fans acted like the Knicks, I would have the same reaction.
That's not true. There's a big time New York like inferiority complex going on with that for sure.
How could the Celtics be inferiority complex to the New York Knickerbockers? That's how crazy Knicks fans are. You guys act like. I actually like it, but assholes, lunatics, and then you're like, you're obsessed with us. No, we're not. You guys act that way, so we're like, all right, well, you guys won 2 rounds of the playoffs.
Yeah, like we're over here, we're excited, we're having fun, and it drives you guys crazy.
Any team that fans
I don't think that's true. I think like if the Pistons were excited, you'd be like, oh, I'm happy for Detroit. Yes.
Dan, can you please talk some sense into this guy?
Okay. A lesser team that was like coming into their own or coming back after a long drought, it would not be. You would not treat it that way. You would not. If that was the Milwaukee Bucks, you'd be doing that. No,
celebrating like that, absolutely.
No
yes.
way. No way.
Okay. All right. Knicks fans did celebrate hard, which I have no problem with. I think you have to enjoy the ride. People clowning on the street signs, I think that was more like politicians always try to fucking get involved in the sports thing, and they embarrass the city that way. Like that just. Like that's not the fans putting up the street signs. It's the fucking politicians. I do think, Dave, so the Knicks do go crazier than any other team. I do think there is a level of like, there's a fuck New York. There is.
Totally.
It's a big
No.
city thing.
Not admitting
No,
that is
that's
crazy.
true.
I don't
that is
care.
true.
They're such an irrelevant.
I'm not saying
like,
from you.
No,
I'm not saying from you, Dave. I'm not saying from you.
You've been irrelevant for 20 years, Kevin.
And yet again, you're making shirts about the Knicks losing after you just lost.
Well, time out. Time out.
People like to see New York lose.
Time out. If I rewind the clock, I'm pretty sure I have T-shirts for like every team the Celtics play. So I don't know that you can be like, he did it for the Knicks. I did it for the Heat. I've done it Draymond's. I've done it for every single team the Celtics play in the playoffs. So I don't know that you can be like, he made it for the Knicks. That's what I do. The Celtics play in these things. I make T-shirts. I do it every round.
I don't think it's you. You might not be it, Dave, because you've won a bunch of titles. I'm saying there is a national, like when the New York team loses, everyone like, fuck New York.
I mean, you're not going to say that. Like,
exist.
what are we talking about?
That does exist.
The fans are so much crazier than every other fan base.
Sure, but then don't act like we're not, like we're some irrelevant loser team. If it's like our team, our fans are loud, we're excited. You're
no,
fixated
because
on
you
it,
go
that's the
look.
thing.
Let me throw an example, and I'm not a hockey guy, but Maple Leaf Square is always made fun of.
Yeah, but that's true.
And people pile on when the Leafs lose, and they stink because the fans are like in Maple Leaf Square.
But the Leafs are kind of like the Knicks of hockey. They're like Toronto. They're a crown jewel. They're like, they haven't won, but they're a big name. They're like a crown jewel of the league.
But it's the fan like action. There's no way.
Totally, I get it.
Both sides here. Good points by both sides.
What?
There's just no
good
way.
Good points by both sides, because he's right. The Toronto Maple Leafs are like the historic team in the NHL that has not won in forever, and so people like to clown on them when they don't win.
Yes, absolutely. Maple Leaf Square. But the Knicks fans bring it. The Knicks fans are 100x of what the Leafs fans are.
I get you're not right. The Knicks fans, I think, are the best fan base in all sports. I think they're throwing parties for fucking February regular season games because they love it so much. And that
so when you lose, you're gonna be. Everyone's gonna be like, aha.
Totally. Fine, but don't give me that bullshit like you don't care, they're irrelevant, they're nothing. Like you do. You really care. You really you and Halliburton, everybody
care on what side? I didn't want them to win because they beat the Celtics. If we didn't play the Knicks and it was the Pacers and Halliburton made that video about us and I would have been rooting for the Knicks.
I don't. I mean, we'll never know, but I don't think that if it was a lesser Knicks, franchise, if you will.
I want the Knicks. Like I would root against the Sixers more than the Knicks. The Sixers have been like more of a rival-ish, if you can even say that. Maybe now the Knicks and Celtics. I think it's great. Like our rivals have been like the Miami Heat. No one gives a fuck down here. As someone who has so many championships in so many different sports, I want that rival. I want New York to be good. I think it's good for the future. But this jealousy, and Knicks fans are doing it both ways. They're going back, oh, the Celtics, they're chirping back. Well, they were chirping me while you guys are playing Indiana. It's like, don't worry about us. You beat us. Worry about Indiana.
I have a question, Dave.
Good.
Your video, your press conference, I can't tell. This is going to be an important answer that you're going to give.
I don't know which press, the latest, the last
press conference. The way I believe it is that still got it 99 on the black, but you also do fuck up facts and dates a lot. Did you purposely say 1952 to get rage bait going?
No.
Because if you did, that was like, I watched it. I was like, wow.
I didn't see it. You said the Knicks haven't won since 1952.
He said they haven't won since 1952.
It was what, 1973?
Like, you fucking asshole. Because then he got him. Like, if he did it on purpose, it's brilliant. Because then it's a bunch of Knicks fans being like, dude, it's 73, which is also fucking forever.
It doesn't matter. At that point, it's a million
I said
years.
50 years. In a rant, I do one-take rants. Sometimes things come out in the heat of the moment.
There's no chance Dave did that on purpose. Dave could have said like 1862. It wouldn't have fucking.
It was so funny because he just trapped them all to be like, you're an idiot. You don't know anything. It's 1973. It's like, dude, that's embarrassing too.
Yeah, that's horrible now.
Yeah, no.
So listen, but it's no. I honestly, hand to God, I'm glad the Knicks are good, and I think as long as they have Brunson, the Knicks will be good.
That's another thing, man. The Brunson hate is getting crazy, dude. I know he didn't have a great series, but still, he averaged like 30 and 6. And like a week earlier, beat the Celtics, and it was on top of the world. He has a bad series, and all of a sudden, Celtics fans are calling him the next Isaiah Thomas.
Well, that's not really like. You mean what do you mean the Celtics fans are calling him
the short one?
The short, like the little,
not the Pistons one.
Not the Pistons one.
Yeah.
I think Cat is the one who's getting way too undeserved shit. He's like, everyone just blames everything on Cat. It's like, you can say Cat's not a perfect player, but neither is Brunson. Josh Hart couldn't hit a three. Mikal Bridges probably.
I mean, the whole zesty Cat thing though is like.
No, I know.
Hilarious.
He's like the perfect. Because this was in the Timberwolves too. Like, he's the perfect scapegoat for any team that loses.
He's big time feast or famine, though, man. Like,
of course. But he won a game. He literally won a game for you in this series by himself.
Right. But then he also will be in foul trouble, and he can't catch the ball. Sure. He doesn't go to the hoop.
He's not perfect for sure.
Man.
But I think that he's taking all the heat, and it's like, you can also say that Brunson. It is hard to win when your best player is short. That's just a fact.
And he does not play D. It's tough.
That's a fact in the NBA.
The perfect matchup too. Like the Pacers are so deep; they run like 12 guys at you, while the Knicks are out there, trying to survive on 6 with a guy who doesn't really play D. It was the perfect storm, but
perfect storm as well. Knicks fans won't admit you beat a very injured Celtics team. I mean, that's just a fact. Like
I'm so sick of that.
Knicks fans.
It's so ridiculous.
You think the defending world champions lose to the Knicks? Like, no, they were depleted. And obviously. Tatum
the Knicks won 3 games without Tatum. With Tatum,
Jaylen Brown, his knee, he was injured the whole time. He was.
And by the way, when
like a million points,
dead, nobody else did. And he was playing on one leg. Porzingis couldn't breathe.
Game 5, Jaylen Brown.
Hauser didn't even play. This is a team that was probably at 30%.
I hope this is rage bait. I hope this is.
It's not rage bait.
You're better than that. You genuinely think that the Celtics were like injured and depleted because what? You had 2 guys play shitty and 1 get injured when the series was over?
Porzingis couldn't breathe.
He stinks.
He doesn't stink when he can breathe.
Porzingis is
when
done.
he can breathe, he
does
not stink.
Porzingis
fine. He just sucks.
But Porzingis, you can never say, Porzingis wasn't healthy. We couldn't see that coming.
Yeah,
he couldn't breathe.
He literally is.
Jaylen Brown Jaylen Brown missed like the last 10 games with a knee injury.
And by the way, when this happened to the Knicks last year, nobody fucking
but the Celtics proved it. They won a world championship. They've been in the finals. This is a championship caliber team that was operating at 25%.
The Knicks were down 4 starters. Nobody gave a fuck about that.
But because the Knicks stink perennially.
They had 4 starters down.
Yeah, but the Knicks stink perennially. No one cares if the Magic are hurt. No one cares if, the Wizards are hurt.
That's back to my point. You do. You care more about them than the Magic or these other teams. You do.
No, I'm saying. No,
I know what you're saying, but you do care more.
When a world champion says they're hurt, it's like, well, they're capable of winning a championship when they're healthy. The Knicks have never proven that.
So just forever now, if the Celtics lose, there's some scapegoat because they won before. Okay.
No. But they coming off a world championship, being the number 2 choice and the choice to win. Vegas ain't dumb. They were like by far the favorite. And then the whole team got hurt.
No, so every time they were up 20.
I think it's great theater with the Knicks in playing. Like, you look at Celebrity Row and what was Miles Teller doing there one game? That's crazy.
Well, he didn't even get he didn't even get the name.
Why? How'd he get Sonny?
I think he just wanted to go to a game.
I think him and his wife are boys with Tim and Kylie. I think.
Who cares?
I mean, I don't know.
I would sit courtside.
That's lame.
I was invited. If you were invited to a Knicks playoff series,
what's he, a Sixer fan?
Yeah, but if you got invited to just sit on the courtside,
no.
He wasn't wearing Knicks gear.
Who cares? You're taking a real Knicks fan seat. I thought that was garbage.
Sounds like the Knicks bothered you a little.
Yeah, I mean, this is crazy.
Dan, of course they bothered me. They beat us. They beat us. They beat a downtrodden. They picked on the weak. They beat us, and then they celebrated like they beat
You're getting mad about Celebrity Row on the fucking court.
I think it's lame that he was there, yes.
You
don't think that was lame?
That the Celtics are the poor, hapless, weak Celtics.
You don't think it's lame that Miles Teller sat center court?
If he got invited, I would be hard to turn down.
And by the way, what do you mean Timothy invited them? They weren't even talking, I don't think. And Timothy looked like half the time games he had 1 ticket. So I don't think he had 4 suddenly. Where's that coming from that Timothy invited him?
I don't
Jalen
know the
Keller's a
details.
Knicks fan. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's propaganda. I don't think Timothy did. I don't know how he got those tickets.
If I were invited, I wouldn't ask for him. But if someone was like, "Hey, do you want to go to a Knicks playoff game at MSG and sit on the court?" I'd be
No,
like,
I want it.
that'd be pretty
I want.
sick.
No, I won't do that.
A ball.
No, unless they're playing Celtics.
I love watching ball. I'd be like, yeah, that's a cool
Yeah,
experience.
I want a deserving fan to go. All right, and moving on. NHL. Dan, you have Edmonton?
I don't. I don't know about anything. I had Colorado. Whitney gave me Colorado.
I thought Whitney gave you Colorado.
Whitney gave me Colorado before the playoffs.
I thought I saw you tweeting that you had. I had Edmonton last year.
I'm rooting for him. Whitney's very mad at me that I'm even rooting for him.
I jumped on. Did you see the bet I did?
Yeah,
4-2 Edmonton.
Yeah, and you had Panthers
Stars. Yeah, that wasn't even close. I could have hedged out a little bit. Crowd goes nuts when McDavid touches the trophy. What is it? I don't know what they call that trophy, but you're not supposed to touch it in hockey lore. Now, I think McDavid had a great answer. He's like, well, I touched it last year, we lost, so maybe I touch it this year, we win.
Didn't touch it last year. Yeah.
Yeah, he did not touch it last year. I think I think Edmonton wins. I followed this. I haven't followed the playoffs overly closely this year. Last year I was locked in because I had Edmonton. They fell down 3-0 to the Panthers, came back, lost game 7. I think they're better this year. I think they're playing better. I love the Oilers to win the cup. I think it's 4-2. The only thing is I got to win on the road, which kind of sucks for that to happen.
Also, McDavid, like if you're upset about it, like Crosby did the exact same thing. So Crosby lost in 08 to the Wings, then won the cup the next year for his first cup, and then Gretzky lost the Islanders, then won his first cup for Edmonton the next year against the Islanders. So there's history there. It's kind of like a storybook thing. I did love the clip though, because it's just like
they were devastated.
Explaining sports to someone who doesn't understand it, like why is everyone acting like he got shot because he touched a trophy?
This clip, the World Chess Championships or something, the guy who's like unbeatable, Magnus, loses to some other guy, some Indian guy. The clip.
Oh my God.
This is one of those ones I don't even really know. I was mesmerized by this clip. I watched it like 1,000 times. There's really nothing overly spectacular about it. The guy just loses, slams the table. The other guy looks in shock. Then he pats him on the back and storms out. I love the clip. I can't explain it.
Do you know this guy, Magnus? Do you know like his story?
No.
So first of all, he's been number one for like 15 years. He's fucking unbelievable. He made the World Chess Federation change their dress code because he kept showing up in jeans and they would kick him out, and he was like, fuck you, fine, I'm not playing. And they eventually just caved into him. He accuses people of cheating, withdraws from he is like the lightning rod of the chess world. So and the kid was 19. He's the youngest chess winner ever. So it was like one of the biggest upsets of all time. And that little
such a great reaction to slamming the table.
So
did you see the other angle though? It's even funnier. There's a whole crowd there.
It's chess is kind of popping.
I've seen
the moment.
Hold on, I'm sending it to you, Dave.
I've seen the reaction when the guy who won walked out. He was like mobbed.
No, Dave. So the crowd is so funny because they all didn't know what to do, and then finally when Magnus walks out, they clap. And I was like, I didn't know there was a crowd there. I'm sending it to you right now. It's so
the kid, the 19-year-old said he got it was total luck. He said 99 times out of 100 I lose that match. He said he just started to muck it up at the end, like they ran out of time, and the dude just kind of fucked it up on his own.
Watch the clip and watch the end when I sent it to you too, Kevin. I had no idea there was a full crowd. They all were just. He's such a sore loser. He had the crowd dead silent.
By the way, I don't want my chess guy to be a good winner.
No, yeah.
You see him pan?
Yeah. I'm in it now. He's picking up his stuff and he's leaving. He's like, what? The other guy didn't know what to do. So is his back to the crowd, the winner.
Yeah. And the crowd just they started clapping because they're like, I guess we can clap now. This psycho's gone.
Yeah, you can tell it like when you're afraid to even celebrate. You know that guy's fucking.
Oh, so good.
Great clip.
Great clip.
I'm waiting for the pan. Yeah, there it is. They're all just, yeah, it's like a big crowd now. They're
Bro,
clapping.
I'm just sitting there like, what do we do?
Unbelievable clip. My guy, Stefon Diggs, I don't know when this broke. He was doing 2C on a boat with a couple girls. Now he's with.
Allegedly.
I was gonna say allegedly.
Dave,
He was
allegedly.
holding. He was
a
holding 2C.
pink powder.
He's holding a pink substance
Pink
that we
powder.
don't know what it was.
We don't know what it was, Dave. We don't know, Dave.
I'm a Miami
And
guy.
I'm gonna have to send an email to you, being like, Dave got us into another fucking.
He's holding that. No, that's 2C.
No, we don't know.
Stop.
I don't know that he
It could have been
2C.
Himalayan pink salt.
No, Miami Dave knows 2C when he sees it.
Do you really? I had never heard of this shit. That is that.
Oh
is
yeah,
that
that's
your thing, Dave?
it's a Miami
is it,
party
Dave?
drug of choice.
How is
What
it?
what is it like? What do you like when you're on it, Dave?
I haven't done it in forever, but it's like souped up cocaine.
I think it has like ketamine and
I'm not a sniff. Everyone thinks I am. I don't like putting anything in nose. Makes me feel like shit. But yeah,
Not a
2C.
sick guy.
I know 2C when I see 2C. You in Miami on a yacht, you can't
Not
go to the bathroom on that yacht without bumping into a bag of 2C.
Not a sniff guy.
I'm not
For like the first 7 years of doing this show. David,
That's one of the great.
I tried cocaine like once or twice, not for me, and then
No, I think it was 11.
somewhere along the
11
line,
times.
No.
he stopped saying he tried it once or twice.
it became 11. 11
No.
times.
That's one of the great lies told about my legacy. I may put a chapter in the book. Not a cocaine guy.
David
I do
cocaine?
not like cocaine. I've never.
But
liked
you
cocaine.
did go from
I've
I never tried it, or I only tried it once or twice, to now the number is.
If I were to do a drug and have a drug of choice, it would be ecstasy. I've said that
Which is into
many times. It's kind of like if you have to sniff it, I'm not doing it.
What if you could be a gum guy?
Nope, doesn't work for me either.
But 2C
I'm
is
a pill guy. I got it. It's the only way anything works.
Wow, Dave Portnoy confirmed pill guy. Jeez.
I said if I were to do a drug, I go to bed at 8 p.m. nowadays.
because you're not doing enough 2C.
Yeah, exactly right. Anyways, I don't know what the Pats should do. You need crazy wide receivers. I didn't love the acquisition when they got the guy. Vrabel's like all-in guy. He doesn't seem to be all in. I think this is walking to a disaster.
Doesn't this feel like a perfect layup for Vrabel to just cut him
Yes.
and be like, "Hey, this is like."
I don't know what the
difference?
like the finances on it and what they'd be able to get out of it. But yeah, this seems to me
It's
this
like
is-
almost a gift from God to be like, "All right, like we're
Here's
gonna
your
show
excuse.
everyone
this
right
is
now you've
not
already been on the team."
Stefon Diggs we're talking about like 5 years ago. This is like an older wide receiver that
And you got the Cardi B, like she's all over the place too. It's not gonna stop. It's gonna,
Did you
it's
guys-
gonna be on the internet all the time.
Did you guys see the clip of the Vikings locker room when they did like one of those like their internal PR did like a man on the street in the Vikings locker room, and they asked everyone like,
yeah.
"Do you not want your daughter to date?" And literally everyone said Stefon Diggs.
100%. Well, he's on the boat with the pink stuff.
By the
Taylor
way, he's
Swift-
got to be furious with whoever put the video.
Why? No,
I mean,
you
right.
can't be. He's sitting there like smiling, like
Cameras are out.
That you cannot call foul. That was not like a hidden camera.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty obvious.
Yeah, that's like that. That's almost. It's weirdly the speech that you give him is like, "Hey, dude, you could do 2C, just fucking don't have cameras out.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't care. Like no one's gonna say anything if we don't.
Maybe
know."
weirdly it's better. I don't know. You're like, I don't know. I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. Like it's Miami.
Do 2C when you're in Miami.
Yeah, swim
Where do
week.
you live?
What?
Where do you live?
Miami.
Oh.
For the time being, getting ready to head back east soon, so that's exciting.
Is
Taylor's
2C big in Nantucket?
what? No,
Tuesday,
no,
Kentucky?
I don't. I think that they've never seen that drug there, as far as I know. Like
You
don't
could be
get.
the Tuesday guy. You could bring it to the
I
island.
could probably make more money than doing Barstool if I was the Tuesday guy on Nantucket.
You have a boat.
I do have a boat. Just meet me in the harbor.
Dave.
Taylor Swift. You guys probably don't have much. Congratulations, got her Masters back, $260 million. Very big for her.
Huge.
I have a question. First, two questions. First of all, How is Zach Bryan's worth $300 million if Taylor's only worth 260?
The only answer I would have to that, and I don't really have a good answer, is Taylor, by doing Taylor's version, was like driving the price of hers down.
So that's my second part. I almost think she shouldn't have done it and just kept going with the re-recording.
No, she wants it all, and there's a lot more like she still had to go. It's everything is music videos, and honestly, 260 million for her is probably like 1 cent.
But it almost like I think what made her like a superstar was the fans rallying around that, like the Scooter Braun. It became like a crusade for her, and then she re-released, and she had the vault, and it just like doubled her career basically.
Yeah, I think she was already there, like with her fan base.
At this point, it doesn't really matter. But
can I say something that will probably get me killed? But I'll say it. No, it's not what you think, Dave. It's not what you think. Come on.
Okay, what?
You thought I was going to say something perverted?
I thought you were going to do something that was
no, I'm not. I'm not going to say anything perverted.
Yeah.
Although I did see that Travis Kelce liked her Instagram post about it. That was crazy. There was like a Taylor Swift fan account that was like, Travis liked it. It's like, yeah, they've been fucking dating for 2 years.
Fucking kidding.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. No, I'm actually going to defend Kelly.
I was going to do the same.
I look insane right now. I just read the Taylor Swift letter. Oh my God. I know I look insane, and this is like the worst timing. Like, of course, it's like when you least expect it, but at the same time, I can't believe it. Taylor Swift owns all of her music outright. She owns all of it, every bit of it, all of the album artwork, all the music videos, everything. Because
we can't, as a Barstool community, have the time of our life when Dukes cries about Dayton winning a first-round game and then be like, look at this psycho. People have passions about different things. Dukes is hilarious. Kelly crying is hilarious. Like, we had Riggs crying at the fucking,
I love Kelly crying. I'm right now in a holy war against the Taylor Watch crew because they've rocketed to the top of the charts of the dumbest people we have at this company. Like, literally got off the phone today. They just refuse to abide by copyright law. Like, they just refuse. And then are like, oh, I didn't know we couldn't post paparazzi videos. It's like, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. How can you not know?
White Sox, Dave and Dante.
How can you not know in this day and age that you can't rip a pot? Well, it was on a fan site. What? Okay. Like, so very mad at Taylor Watch. Having said that, Kelly's one of the best ranters we actually have when she picks up the camera. And yeah, if you're going to get mad, what? Guys don't cry about sports, Dukes, whatever. That's what we do.
Overly irrational, emotional about things that don't really matter people on the planet. And now, because it's a girl and it's music instead of a guy and sports, we get mad about it.
Yeah, I loved it.
It made me go watch the Dukes video again, and I laughed all over again.
By the way, I saw Jack Mack rank the greatest cries in history of Barstool. Not having Michigan Man was insane.
Michigan Man has to. He's just such a shooting star. Right? No,
that's like a separate category because he
Michigan Man. I'll never forget that that was the most uncomfortable I've ever been in my life.
He was standing up for somebody, right?
He almost needs the Michigan Man cry. Almost needs to be the name of the award. He can't win it, but it's the Michigan Man Barstool.
Yeah, little known fact is Riggs cried when he won the Cry Award.
Yeah, he did.
That was just one of the crazy. That may be crazier than anything.
Everybody cares about this company a lot, which is fucking awesome. I think that most people who go to work every day don't give a flying fuck about what they do, and we do. So I think it's awesome. So thank you.
It's a fake award. You weren't really being congratulated, you doofus. We were making fun of you, and he got up and cried like a real cry for winning the Cry Award. We got some people here. That's actually, it wasn't the best cry. That's the craziest cry. Yeah. To cry for being a mockumentary award.
Right, but I mean, in Riggs's defense, you basically proved that it was given to the correct person.
Yeah. He is the crier. He is King Crier for sure.
There's no debate on the voting when he goes up and cries about the Cry Award.
And by the way, all those examples, when there are people who are like, I could do this, like I should have a job at Barstool, like no. It's these people who cry at things like that. These are the real deal.
All right, we got cut off, lost kind of the momentum. I don't even really know what we're talking about.
We were humming.
I know.
We were fucking humming, and then we got recording stopped, and Dave started talking about Tusi.
Oh, the criers. We were talking.
Yeah,
we were listening to
he started talking about Tusi again, Kevin, and it was.
I think he was doing Tusi.
No.
While we weren't recording, he was doing it.
Last subject, Livy done this split at SI. That was a big clip. All right. I mean, that just whoever say we just got the legs taken out from us.
Tusi Dave. Do we have any after show? I'm trying to think. If there's anything that's going on. Mincy played tennis. That was all.
I saw that.
He came into my office. He came into my office. He's like, "This is going to be one of the best yaks of all time." We watched maybe 90 seconds of it and then just turned it off. And they kept playing. He's down in the College World Series right now, just yucking it up. He's doing his
thing. That's his bread and butter.
He loves
taking it to the people. He's taking it to the people.
I saw Oregon got screwed in the College World Series. They called the guy out. I don't know how he was supposed to did you see that play at the plate?
Crazy.
The catcher totally was, I don't know what you're supposed to do. How do you score? The guy was in front of the plate, blocked it. He tried to pull up. They called him out. Malicious slide.
But didn't the ball beat him by maybe I'm thinking something different.
No, no, it was fairly the ball bounced away. It was there was nothing this guy could have done. Yeah, that's all I got.